Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining today. I'm gonna share with you Bitcoin and Ethereum analysis from a multi-time frame perspective and what we have to know before trading them. So we are not going to look at the fundamental perspective, it's not my purpose at all during this moment. We are going to look at only the technical perspective. So let's begin with Bitcoin, that is the first one because it is in a very critical moment. The first part that we are going to look at is the weekly chart, and as you can see from this chart here, the price is testing a very strong area close to the top. We are close to a weekly zone, and for the moment we can see that the bullish pressure is slowing down at this point. So 48,200, let's say, it is showing that is a very strong zone. The price was close to this area for about, we can see that the weekly candle is showing the possibility for a bearish pin bar candle. We need also 1 day and 8 hours for the close of this candle. If the price is going to close this candle as a bearish one, this is going to increase the chances for a bearish move. From this point after that, we may be in a possible bigger move down, so we may see a bearish wave that may happen. However, we are not going to anticipate this scenario yet because we can never know what may happen. Or exists the second scenario that we may see a correction that may happen slowly before it moves higher, or probably before it moves to test the top and it can expand the correction. So there are many ways how the price can develop in Bitcoin during this moment. What is very important for the weekend is that we need to see this candle to close bearish if we are going to look at for the bearish opportunities. And considering also the structure zone, I think that we have the bearish opportunity soon. We have to be very careful. On a daily time frame, we have two daily candles that already closed, and these two candles are very strong. The first one is a pin bar candle, the second one is a very long bearish engulfing candle that is showing that we have selling pressure close to 48,000. Many are looking at for the moment for a bigger bearish wave. However, the price has stuck in this pattern here. We have to be careful because this is a type of expanding pattern on the upper part, and it is likely that we can see also this type of development before the price creates something bigger. So look at what the price is already doing. We can see also Bitcoin to test the top again. It can happen, and later it can move down, or we can see a possible retest of 48,000 and we can see a bearish move down. As long as the price will stop the bearish movement below the pattern that we have, or let's find an approximate point. Let's suppose that if the price will hold above 41,000, this is going to increase the chances that we may see these moves happening. So probably we can be in a type of bigger correction before it moves down. On the other hand, the left side of the daily chart that we have, this part here, the price spent a lot of time. So this is from December, 5th of December here, for approximately 1 month and 1 week. And it can be possible that before the price begins the bearish movement, we can see the same pattern to take shape on the right side of the chart, and later it can move down. In that way, it can take an ugly shape of a type of head and shoulder pattern, probably not a perfect one, but we can be in this situation before we can see a bearish movement happening. However, what is very important during this moment is that on the weekly chart, we need the candle that I explained. We need this candle to close bearish, and later we can see for all the possible bearish scenario. Until that moment, we have to be very, very careful because we can see price testing 48,000 again. So this is the first part that I would like to focus for Bitcoin. On the other hand, if the bearish correction is going to happen, let's say, and if we are going to have the bearish sign, the chances are very high that a possible bearish movement can happen up to this point where the price was stopped before. And this was also a very strong area during the previous times. So look at how aggressively the price broke down from this zone. And this is what we are going to look at. So a possible stop may happen close to 36,000. So for Bitcoin, if we are going to have the bearish move, the chances are that the first and the strongest support area will be found close to 36,000. This is also a strong psychological zone, and after that zone we have another one that is below this area, close to 35,000, and that is more important than 36 as well. That is why we have to be careful and to pay close attention to these candles here on the weekly chart, because it can be the first support area. Another one that we have to pay close attention to as well is this zone here, but for the moment we have to focus only on the first one. So let's see the candle close and how the price will take shape. So all the possible movements that may happen, we had two consecutive candles that are bearish. If the price will continue to create something like a type of bear flag pattern, this will increase the chances that it may come down again. So the first zone will be found near this area where we have these candles here, close to 41,000, 41,500. So this is a possible bearish scenario also for a shorter time frame, sorry. This is a possible movement that it may develop in a lower time frame. I don't think that Bitcoin is going to change the trend very easily during these moments, but the sell-off was very aggressive. What I think is that we have to see this bullish correction happening, and if this is going to happen in the type of a bearish flag pattern, then we can be ready for a possible sell again. So this is a possible scenario that we can take up to 41. A move below 41 will begin the bearish move. However, I still think that it will not happen soon. Probably it can spend up to 1 month in the same way as it did before on this part of the structure. It can continue to accumulate before the next bearish movement. For the bullish move, it's a different scenario, but this is what the price is already showing, despite that it is already on a bullish trend. On the other hand, I would like to share with you also Ethereum, but with Ethereum we are in a completely different situation compared with Bitcoin, as we have seen since a long period of time. So if we are going to look at the left side of the structure, look at where the price is right now. This is the same area that I suggested for Bitcoin as a possible support. So far, Ethereum is below this area again. And if we are going to look at the top where Bitcoin is right now, because they are not in balance with each other, this is March 2022. So this is too far away compared with Bitcoin. This is 28 March. Bitcoin and Ethereum during these times didn't move in the same way as they used to move before, and that is why they are not clear compared to each other. However, what I'm looking at is that if we are going to have released liquidity from Bitcoin, and considering that they didn't move in the same way during the previous times, probably this liquidity is going to move from Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is going to move down, we may see a possible move of liquidity on Ethereum, and we may see Ethereum to get pumped up to the area where Bitcoin is right now. However, for the moment, we are in different position. Ethereum broke out above this area during the previous weeks. We can see the same correction. The structure zone that Ethereum already broke out above 2140 was very strong, and it was moving above this area for about 6 weeks. And as you can see, it was accumulating bullish volume. The chances are very high that we have this type of pattern here. We have a type of bullish pattern where the price was accumulating during all these times. And the possible movement that may happen is that Ethereum can move down to 2300 or 2400, and after this moment we can see a bullish movement. So it will be required a lot of work compared with Bitcoin in order to invalidate this pattern. Only any big speculation can invalidate this pattern, how this is positioned. This was accumulating volume during all these weeks. This was a very strong aggressive move, and now we have a pause above the pattern. So this is raising the chances for one more bullish wave from this point. If we are going to look at again on the left side of the structure, look at where Ethereum is right now. This is dating back on May 2022, this candle here. If we are going to look at in the same zone for Bitcoin, May 2022 was this candle here. So look at how far away is Bitcoin from Ethereum. This was the area where Ethereum is right now, May 2022, and from that area we can see that Bitcoin bounced and already created a 55 wave up, 55% increase. So this is a huge imbalance between them. As a minimum, we should see, in my opinion, Ethereum to increase further, considering the weekly zones that we are looking at during these moments. The first area that we may look at is close to 2,900, and probably we may see also this zone to be tested very, very soon. Let's break this down on a lower time frame. And this is showing the possibility for small daily structure zones during all these waves here. So here we can adjust this. If we are going to increase the time frame again on Ethereum, look at where Ethereum is on the weekly picture. So this is a minimum movement that I see for Ethereum. It is required another one more move up. And what is very different between them at this moment is that on the weekly chart that we are right now, we can see that the candle in Ethereum is very bullish, is very strong. The same candle that we are looking at for Bitcoin to close a bearish movement. So look at the movement that Bitcoin is already showing at this moment. So probably many of you don't support the idea that we are going to have a bearish movement. However, it can happen also the possibility that we have seen these moments very often, and how it was developed also before, that probably Bitcoin can spend time in correction, and this time in correction that Bitcoin is going to spend in this area and it will not offer trading opportunity, probably this is going to be a very good trading opportunity for Ethereum lovers. So look at this bullish accumulation. We are going to have a very strong weekly candle above the chart that we are looking at. Look at this beautiful weekly bullish candle that we have. This is going to increase the chances with this candle for the price to increase. So it is normal that everyone that is going to see this candle close on the weekly chart and also this retest. So we have the breakout, we can see the retest that is happening at this moment, and even if the price will spend some days, then it is required this next bullish movement. I don't think that Ethereum finished the bullish move, but in my opinion, Bitcoin probably finished the bullish move or is close to the end. So it is not worth to have longs on Bitcoin, but it is worth to have more longs on Ethereum during these moments. On a lower time frame, we can see that we had these candles moving down. This was a normal move because it was created also this release of liquidity from Bitcoin. Probably Ethereum is going to move a bit lower in this area where we are looking at on the weekly chart, because it is not clear on a 4-hour chart. And we may see a possible bounce for Ethereum between 2400 2430. So this is what I'm looking at for the bullish scenario on Ethereum, and the same areas can be tested again. So if we are going to take the targets in the same way how it was before, the first one 2700, the second one 2950 approximately, and 3150 close to the top. However, the first one and the second one have higher chances for the price to reach after this bullish movement. So this is what I'm looking at, and I think that Ethereum has more trading opportunities during the coming days and weeks probably. So this is all what I prepared for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Please don't forget to hit the like button and follow. Thank you. Bye bye.